deGrom left, Scherzer right. I'm taking advantage of this fire clip that Pitchers Nation posted on Instagram of spring training 2022. Man, we're here. So on the notion of Pitchers Nation on Instagram, they are actually the sponsor of my recently completed ebook that has taken 2 years. A Complete Guide to Pitching Mechanics ebook. Be sure to check it out now. TheRobbyRoweShow.com/ebooks. A complete guide, everything you can ever think about that has to do with the 3 seconds involved in a throw. But there's a section in there, chapter in there on this personal identification system that I came up with a few years back. Basically taking an individual and tailoring the way that he moves on a slope to get the most out of them, right? I look at accelerators and drivers, and then obviously you have your outliers that are hybrids that just do a bunch of everything. The first screening that I ever did was on deGrom and Scherzer explaining this. So it's interesting that they're on the same team now. So what we're going to be doing here is just looking at these simple, I got them both synced up here at ball release, but I want you to notice how one generates more energy, more specific energy in a different way than the other. So deGrom being, more reliant upon forward acceleration, and utilizing momentum and utilizing the slope to increase, utilizing gravity to increase forward acceleration, whereas Scherzer is going to be more, that's not the right arrow, more reliant upon the energy that he's producing into the ground, and the energy he gets back when he comes down to front foot strike. So just notice, I'm going to play this through, just notice like the difference in the movements, even though they both produce extremely high power output and are exceptionally well at the craft. Okay, so the first screening I ever did on accelerators and drivers was Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer. So you can see just getting them into leg lift, you can already kind of tell exactly what they're trying to do, right? So as soon as the front foot leaves the ground for deGrom, he's already shifting and he's already trying to get going. And this is what I talk about within, initial move forward momentum. And then Scherzer, as soon as he's lifting, he's actually shifting more of in a counter rotation. All right. So we can see that here. And now both lead with the front hip, but the trunk and the mechanism that they utilize with the trunk to accomplish the goal that they're trying to set out to do, which is Scherzer's producing tons of ground force. deGrom is going to be producing a ton of forward acceleration. You can just see the way that their trunk operates as it pertains to the goal they're trying to accomplish. Scherzer's trunk is going to be tilted and counter rotated. deGrom's trunk is almost going to be dipping forward, right? And you can see that there. Now, obviously, deGrom's going to find a way to load his hip by way of kind of his glove side, I would say. But just look at this picture at full hand separation. All right, so full hand separation. And this is a bullpen, so take note that this is going to be different in a game, I'm sure. But defying forward gravity, more production into the ground, acknowledging gravity, abiding by gravity, less producing into the ground. So obviously all that stuff is apparent, and you can see, that's a good frame here. They're both creating a ton of rotational energy, right? So in regards to the 3 different types of energy sources that I see present during the pitching mechanics, whether it be what we're producing into the ground, the forward acceleration energy to be blocked by the lead leg, or the rotational energy aspect of it that is created through segmentation and creating authentic hip-shoulder separation, you can see that both of these guys accomplish the goal of being just really good at pitching. Now, this is the beauty of pitching mechanics that is elaborated over and over again in my book, is that we all can go about it differently. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, but that's why I put such an emphasis on the identification of one's movements and how they should move. If they move weight quicker, if they are really fast sprinters, if they can jump quick, like fast twitch muscle fibers, get going, guys. If you are a bigger dude, you have a lot of mass to produce into the ground. Maybe organize your trunk in a way that then loads that drive leg, that loads that rear hip. Arm path does have a lot to do with it as well. But as I mentioned, therobbyrowshow.com/ebooks, and you'll see that there's a whole breakdown on there with an understanding of what all that goes into it, how to kind of determine the type of guy you should be. I think the goal is obviously to shoot to be a hybrid, to do everything exceptionally well, to create a lot of energy in each category exceptionally well. But in terms of understanding where to start, I think this is a pretty good idea. And again, just so I'm crystal clear on this is a bullpen. They're not going after it full speed. These mechanics are probably going to be a little bit different than they are in a game, but you can just notice at that point in which they fully anchor down, with that front foot, the organization of Scherzer's trunk probably center cut. deGrom's going to be more this way, obviously more force to be blocked with the lead leg. Scherzer, more force production into the ground. There's obviously tons of different ways that each individual perceives that they are powerful, but it's about identifying that for either you as a pitcher thrower or you as an instructor working with pitchers throwers. So that is what I got in regards to a quick little breakdown here on deGrom and Scherzer as it pertains to the personal identification system, accelerators, and drivers. I'm Robby Rowland, and this has been a pleasure to provide you with this video. And if you like me so much, you should go buy my book. That'd be nice. God bless, guys. Until next time. Adios.